Hi fellow traders, here is a quick update on USD CAD. If you have watched my previous videos of USD CAD, you know this was the first drive, second drive, third drive, and we had traded USD CAD to the upside, and we had made profit in the first movement to the upside after this completion of three drive pattern. Today Bank of Canada is going to release its policy statement, and we have to be looking for opportunity to trade USD CAD to the upside. So wait, and let me put this phone in silent mode first. Okay. Okay, so we have only 14 minutes remaining. So plan is very simple. If we look at the previous movement caused by BOC, then we can simply understand that the BOC significantly causes a big movement, and that is followed by upcoming days. Last time this was on October 11, then it was on October 30, then this was not the BOC event, but this was also, this downward movement was also caused by BOC Governor Stephen Pelosi on December 4, and then market had continued to the downside. And if you try to go to the 1 hour time frame on these days, for example on October 11 or October 30 or December 4, you will see that if the 1 hour candle moves more than 25 pips in one direction, then upcoming candles also follow the direction. So let's go to 1 hour time frame and let me show you what happened. So um, let me first remember the days: December 4 and October 30, October 11. All right, so December 4. All right, let's go back to December 4. Alright, this was the candle of December 4, and the length of this candle was, this was the first 1 hour candle made after a speech of Stephen Pelosi, and this was a 43 pips long candle. So if you simply consider 25 pips as the benchmark, and if 25 pips moves in one direction, then you can take position in that direction, and the further continuation happens. And what happened on October 30 and October 11? So let's go back. October 11. Alright, this was the October 11 downside movement of almost 76 pips in 1 hour. So if you catches the initial 25 pips, and if you consider initial 25 pips movement as the trend setter, then you can simply enter in the direction, and then continuation had taken place. And if further also after retracement, market had been going down. So same thing had happened even on October 11. So we do not need to go back and check what happened on October 11. You can do yourself because we have less time. Now go to the daily time frame, and now let's concentrate on the plan for today. Today's plan is not about selling USD CAD, even if Bank of Canada policy statement will be firm about no rate cut, as they have been in last two times, because we have less room to the move to the downside. Rather, we have moved room for upward movement after this three drive pattern. So even if there will be no changes in the policy statement, we will not be selling USD CAD. Rather, we will be looking for opportunity to buy USD CAD on the dovish statement of BOC. Maybe they will signal some kind of rate cut. Maybe they're going to rate cut. They cut the rate in June. Nobody knows. But if there will be dovish movement, you do not have to read the statement or look at the TV or something. Just take 25 pips as the benchmark, and then simply enter buy position if 25 pips movement to the upside will take place. And then next target will be, let me tell you what will be the next target. Next target will be 50% of the whole three drive. So because 30% of and 38.2 has already been hit. So let me draw the Fibonacci retracement from top to bottom. This was the entire three drive from top to bottom, and let me plot the significant levels. The minimum target of any reversal pattern is 30%, so 30% was already hit, and next levels are 38.2 and 50%. So 38.2 is very near and not significant. 50% is significant because this will also coincide with recent A, B, C, D extension, and it will maybe coincide with ABCD 100. So if we look at the ABCD 100, this 50% is 3167, ABCD 100 is 3185, so there is no big difference. Just 17 pips is the difference between these two levels, and this was a previous swing low. So maybe next destination will be something around 3167 or 3185. So once we enter buy, this is what we will be targeting, and our stop loss will be below the low of this candle, which is 30.32. So stop loss will be 30.30 and target will be 31.67. So that's all. And if we'll enter after 25 pips upward movement, then perhaps our entry will be 30.50 plus 25, maybe 30.75. So this is our risk and reward from 30.75 to this area, 91 pips on the reward, and 41 pips on the rest. So that's about all about this trade. If there will be downward movement, well, stay on sidelines. Thank you for watching.